a month after I moved here, I was in a mosquito net tent that I had set up right here in the middle of the foliage. You couldn't even see the buildings, it was so thick. That's the best thing about it. That's why I recon this spot, because A, I'm not underneath the power lines, okay? I'm next to them. B, the power company was out here when I was reconning where I should build a shanty. And they told me if I built one right there on that corner, there would be no problem because I couldn't interfere and I'm not in their way whatsoever. And 2, I'm in a creek bed and I'm more than 100 feet away from the fucking rail line, which means I'm not in fucking rail property. 3, this belongs to the utility company. 4, I got a creek bed that fucking protects me from one side so people aren't gonna stalk up on me on this side without me hearing them in the splash splash. And 5, I had the fucking debris out of the foliage that was creating a natural barrier over here for line of sight and also for security. People can't walk up on you without hearing them. And I also have a fucking fence line and a wall that if I needed to, I could fucking make myself completely fenced in. So I felt safe. So I built this motherfucker from scratch. Every single thing that's put on this motherfucker, I brought it from another location from their demolition or construction site, and some of it came from the building directly behind us that they were doing the demo. And when they were done doing the demo, every time they did demolition or construction in a business building that's high end, they put this corrugated plastic on the walls of wherever they're going to be transporting materials in and out so they don't damage the walls. Well, check it out. It makes really nice. In the daytime, you have fucking indirect, or what do you call it, translucent light source, which is all of this glows from the sun. So sunlight can go through this, you know? And before Rabbit secured it a little bit more, I had it to where you could take it and slide it open and have this entire area open. And I used to have, if I wanted to, a fire right here. I did a couple layers of carpet on the inside from the debris thrown away from the demolition site as well. But the only thing that I didn't put and mount into this building is this concrete wall, but I did use the anchors to anchor this wall so it didn't fall over into the creek behind here. And I got everything else, all these the C channel right here. This is what they use for putting you know, electrical boxes and other mounted hardware to the outside of industrial and commercial buildings. And then this is from behind Nordstrom rack. It's a shelving rack system. And then this thing right here is just a piece of aluminum for the most part. So what I did when I was in here, I had my bed over here and I put a fucking, I had this heavy duty canvas. I had it run along right here and then another one right here. And my fire pit was right out here on the ground, and I would have a fire here. Now I would keep this wall a little bit somewhat warm, but dead of winter and it's fucking blowing hard in the wind, I would have a big fire, and then at night I'd take all the rocks out of it and I'd put them in fucking a couple colanders I had and a couple metal cans that I had, and I'd bring them in and I'd put them underneath my bed, and it would keep my bed warm the entire night. But, you know, most people would have not been able to do this, and I did it because I was lived a sheltered life and had a proper upbringing. As for the rest of them, I tell you.